Hey guys, well, I'm sorry that I've been a little bit, I haven't posted my other video. YouTube's been working against me here. There's something weird going on with my video, first one, and I hope this one gets up there, so, anyway, I'm going to talk about League of Legends. Not League of Legends, sorry, wrong thing, Legends of Tomorrow, This CW is going to be doing it for, it's the Flash and Arrow spin-off series. Hopefully they're going to do it maybe sometime this summer. No, that was Titans. I saw, never mind. I'm not exactly sure when they're going to do it. I'm just going to talk about some possible theories I have for it. Now, I warned you before, but I'm going to give at least a few minutes chance so, for people to, back out of the video now. Remember, there's spoilers, so don't watch this unless you've already seen the season finale of Arrow and most of the Flash episodes, because even I haven't seen the next week. So anything could really happen between now and next week. So all right, now to the point. So we're going to talk about the possible casting. So I'm just going to take a few minutes here and wait for them to just log out. And I will get to you shortly, so enjoy these photos. Okay, since we probably got everyone who has not seen those out of the way now, we can now move on to the casting list. Next, I'm uploading a photo right here. I'm sorry I have to keep coming in and out like this, but let's just say that Movie Maker isn't exactly the best, alright? So, anyway, we do know that Heatwave and Cold will be in it, as well as the Atom. Heard rumors of maybe Hawkgirl being introduced through this, but she's not been confirmed, really. We do know that Sarah Lance, Katie Lotz's character, will be back. We don't know. Well, we do know it's Katie Lotz. We don't know if it's Sarah or someone else. But I mean, come on, it's an Arrow Flash spinover. Who else could it be that she's playing? So it's going to be interesting. So let me show you that little picture. So. Alright, as you see, I also added, you can see Adam very much in the front. So, that's going to be interesting. I like Brandon Routh's portrayal of Ray Palmer. Very interesting how he does the character. I feel maybe he's the team lead, perhaps. I'm not exactly sure. I do know there's a time traveler involved who, to prevent all of, this disaster in the future. That's why when heroes aren't enough, he's bringing together this team. And as you can see, Professor Stein is in there, which means that Firestorm can't be too far behind as well. So you can see Heatwave and Cold right next, so maybe you can tell they're probably going to be, combining heroes and villains from across time. Probably not Reverse Flash, though he may be a cause of this event. No one's sure. I mean, I've heard rumors of Crisis on Infinite Earths. I also saw a post that someone thinks they couldn't possibly be that because they don't want, that interfering. DC doesn't want that interfering with their movie franchise. The shows, they don't want anything involved with their movie franchise. So we'll get hints at Batman, Green Lantern, and Superman and Wonder Woman, but I don't think we'll actually see them in the shows, though I'm kind of hoping, come on, you can't have a Justice League without Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. Though I'm not much of a Superman fan, I will admit you have to have the Trinity. And we saw last Flash, Green Lantern was hinted at with Ferris Air, who run by Carol Ferris, who we know to be the Star Sapphire, and love interest to Hal Jordan, who is the original Green Lantern Corps member. He's not. I didn't say original Green Lantern. That's Alan Scott. I got ya. I said Green Lantern Corps member, original. He was the first human from Earth to be a part of the Green Lantern Corps. So, yeah, with him, and since they said a pilot of theirs went missing, that's why Ferris Air was shut down, that's, hinting that we may see in Season 2 a Green Lantern, in there. We may see Green Lantern Hal. Alright, now, back to Brandon Routh. The Arrow entry, like, the last time we see him, that's really interesting. He's working on shrinking. So I'm glad he's trying to stop being Iron Man. Thank goodness, because that suit, I mean, seriously, did no one get that he was doing repulsors and he's flying, and the hints to him being Superman? Look, it's a bird. No, it's a plane. No, it's my boyfriend. Felicity, thank you for your subtlety there. Hi, I'm Ray. But still, yeah, Brandon Routh is a great character. Up next, going to Cold. So let's take a look at Cold. Now, as most Flash fans know, Cold has a partner, Heatwave, and in Flash, Captain Cold is being played by Wentworth Miller. Really phenomenal actor. Really enjoy his roles. I feel like if he's part of the team, you may see some double crosses, or it's going to be something that plays to his agenda. That helps him with the Rogues, get them together. Maybe he'll find out in the future like what the Rogues consist of. From what I know, the Rogues, they consist of Heatwave. Cold, of course, Boomerang, Mirror Master, Trickster, Weather Wizard, Pied Piper, and a few others that I can't really remember right now. The Top, thank you. Yeah, that's actually about it all I can name right now, and only a few of those, like Top and Mirror Master are the only ones who don't have CW versions yet. We may see them in Season 2, who knows. Really looking forward to seeing Miller's portrayal of Cold again. I really do enjoy his Cold. He's calculated. He's much more of a threat than I feel that the character is in the comics. I'm sorry. I'm not a big fan of the New 52. I wasn't really a big fan of Captain Cold until the CW version. I mean, yeah, I know of him. I mean, I thought, he was just a knockoff of Mr. Freeze, technically, But I do feel this is, this Miller's portrayal of him gives me a real definite version. One of the versions I want to cosplay is Captain Cold. So I'm really curious as to what Cold's role will be into the show. Though I do feel it will be for his own personal gain or for the Rogues. So next up, let's talk about. Wait for it. Firestorm. Robbie Amell possibly and Professor Stein. So Robbie Amell as Ronnie Raymond, and we're going to talk about why Professor Stein is in there. Some possible theories I have. Now, we know Robbie Amell is the cousin of Stephen Amell, who is the Arrow. Really fantastic work. I really like him from what he's been in as Firestorm. I really do like the character. Martin Stein, played by, what's his name? I'm trying to remember Victor Garber. Yeah, Professor Martin Stein. That's an interesting character. I really like these two. And with Victor Garber in there, we know Robbie probably isn't too far behind as Ronnie. So I'm betting Firestorm will be in the mix. Yeah, I'll take those two just to make one whole. With the Firestorm Matrix, wanting to be, one thing. The two will just merge back together to be Firestorm. Really liking the design on Firestorm. So I'm looking forward to seeing if he ever gets a real suit like the Flash. Or if not, I like him as is, but I feel like, since he's a superhero and since Cisco is one of his friends, heck, even Cisco will design a suit for himself if he becomes Vibe. And I'm really wondering whether they're going to take Caitlin Snow on this. She's a Killer Frost in New 52. So I really want to know, what's going to happen with Caitlin Snow? Is she going to go bad? Is she going to be a metahuman at all? Or they're going to bring in a different Killer Frost? And eventually, if Flash does really well like Arrow, which I doubt it's not going to do as well. I mean, it's going to be great still. I mean, this first season has been great so far, and it's only season 1. They brought up their A game. It's like it's like Arrow season 2. You know, you're bringing the A game. You brought Slade in, well, not with Flash, but so definitely I want to see what happens with, you know, the Ronnie Caitlin Snow mix. You know, I really want to know about this, because it's gonna get it's gonna get fun. Alright, next up, I'm going to be doing Heatwave, who we all know is portrayed, wait for it, by Dominic Purcell. I do hope I'm pronouncing that right. Alright, so Dominic Purcell as Heatwave. Now, we all know Mick Rory. Heatwave, his real name, he goes by Heatwave, but his real name's Mick Rory, is the partner of Cold in the Rogues. We all know that as the partnership, Mick Rory Heatwave is definitely the, how do I put this gently? No, pyrotechnic doesn't work. Let's just say he's the hothead of the group. No pun really intended. So I really do like Dominic Purcell's, you know, portrayal of Heatwave. Before I had caught references of Heatwave before, I just didn't know who he was. I definitely wonder, in a competition between him and Batman's Firefly, who would win, Heatwave or Firefly? I wonder. My bet's on, well, since Firefly can actually fly, and well, my bet's on Heatwave. He's more of the arsonist. Yeah. Really, I'm betting, yeah, he's just, you know, going with Cold on this one to just get some money or anything. Really, it's Cold who has the master plan. He's like the leader of the Rogues now. So, definitely I'm looking forward to what, you know, Heatwave will bring to the table on this. Alright, next up, Katie Lotz' character. The last one, I believe, I'll talk about is Sarah Lance, possibly. We really do not know which, you know, what she will be in this, so I'm looking forward to it. And I'm wondering, while I'm still on Heatwave here, I'm wondering what they're going to do with Golden Glider, who Lisa Snart has been confirmed as, thanks to Cisco in this last Flash episode. I told you there was going to be spoilers. I warned you at the start. There was a spoiler for you, and I've spoiled a little bit thanks to Brandon Routh, a little bit I told you a little bit of what happened, I hope, if I recall. But anyway, yeah, moving on to Katie Lotz' character. So let's give it up to the original Canary. Okay, so the last one is Katie Lotz' character of Sarah Lance, aka the Canary. Now, we know that she is dead in the Flash universe. I mean, not Flash universe. Well, same. It's the same. So, the question really is, like, most people are wondering, what character is she going to play? I mean, come on, guys. It's an Arrow and Flash crossover to be Legends of Tomorrow. Alright? So, it's probably she's coming back as Sarah Lance. It's pretty darn sure of it. Alright? It's just nothing's been set in stone yet, whether she'll be in flashbacks, whether or not. But since time travel is in play here, it's a possibility that that's what they're going for here. They'll take her out of another part of time. You know, and same with Cold and Heatwave. Probably why Heatwave wasn't in the last Flash episode, but Golden Glider and, you know, Cold were. Alright, it could be that he was already pulled from time. They don't know where he was. It wasn't referenced. Maybe, like, Cold was already pulled. That's where he was the last couple of times, where he hasn't, you know, been seen lately. I mean, it could make sense that while this has all been going on, they've been working together with other heroes to go for this. I mean, Ray Palmer was out of town on Arrow, so we don't know what he was doing out of town. And we haven't seen Sarah since she died. Well, other than that Vertigo episode, but that's different. That's completely different. All right, but I saw a thing that they refer to her as White Canary. Why white? She's still wearing black. Now, this could, since we had a Green Lantern, I came up with a theory. Maybe it's like the White Lantern ring bringing her to life. We could possibly see a White Lantern or the White Entity, the Life Entity. So that could bring her back to life and bring her as a White Lantern version of Canary, which hence would be White Canary. Now, since Laurel took the added Black Canary on there, since Sarah was known as the Canary, and Laurel's become Black Canary, it could be just a contrast to Laurel's portrayal of, that hero. So, meaning, it's pretty much meaning that she's the original Canary, so she went White Canary with it. Personally, it could be any reason, but since, like I said, we had a Green Lantern reference in Flash this last time. So, they went to Ferris Air with Cold and Glider, and they said, Ferris Air, I thought this place was shut down. It was. A pilot of theirs went missing. So, Ferris Air, like I said, referenced to Carol Ferris, who is, who's the Star Sapphire, and main love interest of Hal Jordan, who is the first Earth member of the Green Lantern Corps. Corps, not the first Green Lantern. Remember, I pointed that out before. And since him and Barry are kind of tight, or usually are, if you see Justice League Wars, like Flash, my boy, Barry, he knows who Flash is, and he tried to do this weird handshake. Flash wasn't really feeling it, but every single time, it's usually like Barry and Hal get along really well. So, I mean, you can see Flash already has his doubts about the Arrow, but he still kind of looks up to him, and it's just like all this. So it depends on how it looks. I suggest for a comic to read in how close Barry and Hal are, you should look up, was it Green Lantern in Brightest Day? Yeah, with the Lantern entities, that gets really with the, the Butcher, the Predator, all the Lantern Corps entities. That's really interesting, and you get to see how close they really are. They talk a lot. And in Blackest Night, we saw that Barry Allen becomes a Blue Lantern, so that's even more interesting. But the fact is that we could really be looking towards, if we're introducing a Green Lantern. I've been wanting a Blackest Night story for a long time. So maybe that's the threat. I said before that DC doesn't want Infinite Crisis, but it looks like it's headed that way. I could be wrong. And I'll be gladly to admit that I was wrong. But I really am hoping for Blackest Night. I've been wanting that to be made into a DC animated movie. I'll be glad if it gets made into a DC show or DC movie itself. Right? But you gotta have Batman. So those of you who are behind CW and everything, message so we can get Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman in this universe, and so we can get Blackest Night going. Come on, we can do it. Blackest Night was a great comic series, I think. Really great with the Red Lanterns and the other Lantern Corps. So, but yeah, back to Katie Lotz' character. I really do enjoy watching Katie Lotz on this. Her Canary costume, a bit revealing, if you ask me. More in the chest area, but anywhere else. But you know what? That's fine. It's a decision choice that they have for the character. Go with it. I mean, it's kind of reminiscent of what Black Canary did in the comics. So, go with it. Anyway, I do like her skills with the bow staff, though. That I find really interesting, and I kind of feel like since they kind of use Batman's story with Arrow, with Ra's al Ghul and everything, I kind of feel that, that this is supposed to be reminiscent of Nightwing a little bit. Think about it. Nightwing's weapon of choice is a staff. Canary usually doesn't use a staff at all. She has the sonic, the Canary's cry. So let's, we really need to find out what's going to go on here. Yeah, but I'm hoping it's probably going to be the time travel thing, that they're going to pull her out of another time. so that where she's still alive and at her A game, probably after she joined the League of Assassins. Heck, maybe even after, maybe before she died and everything. But everything else is, it's all in the up in the air for that. All we do know is that she's going to be back for this series. I'm really wanting to see Hawkgirl in this. I thought we were promised Hawkgirl, and it's kind of confirmed from the Flash article. The Flash, vanishes in Crisis, that he was fighting the Reverse Flash, which means Wells escapes. Love the actor for Wells. Really great, Harrison Wells for Reverse Flash. That fight was epic in Flash. Yeah, but back to the main point. What was I talking about? No, nothing. Anyway, I can't remember on it. I'm sorry. So it could be a White Lantern thing, hence the reference White Canary. But I think it's just because, it's a contrast to Laurel. Maybe she'll even change her costume to make it white. Who knows? We really don't know what's going on with Sarah right now. Let's just wait and find out. Anyway, I got a few shout-outs to give. Thanks to Chase Valentine and British Batman for helping me make this, providing the photos of the actors. I could have done it on my own, but I was a little bit busy on another project. I also got to give it up for, my rogues. Red Panda as Golden Glider, British Batman as Cold. We got Pied Piper, who is Chase Valentine, and me as Heatwave. So I'm looking forward to finishing that with you guys and getting our stuff together. So I'll see you all later. Thank you for being patient and watching this with me and following my train of thought here. I hope that somewhere along the lines this actually made sense. So thanks for watching this review, and have a great day.